everybody. It's Tracy. I'm the North Carolina half of the Serenity podcast, and Beth and I are traveling this week, and we decided we would put together some vlogs of our travels for you, so bear with me. I'm packing right now for a fiber festival. I'm going to SAFF, the Southeastern Animal Fiber Fair in Fletcher, North Carolina. It's right down the road from Asheville. I'm so excited to be taking a little vacation. I get to see the mountains. I get to see some fiber friends I haven't seen in a while. And I am thrilled to be packing tonight to get ready to go on Friday morning. So put together some outfits because fiber festivals, they're like knitter's prom. You have to show off your very best fiber outfits. So I've looked at the weather. It looks like we've got high 60s, low 70s, which is not ideal for a fiber festival, but you got to do what you got to do. So I'm putting together some short sleeve shirts, some short sleeve sweaters, some jeans, and hopefully I'll get to show off some knits. I've packed a short sleeve button-up shirt, and I'm pairing this on Sunday. Sunday is the day that's going to be the warmest, so I'm pairing that with my short sleeve Soldotna and some jeans. Friday is going to be the coolest day, so I'm packing what's currently my favorite sweater. This is the Moon Drip Swancho. Love this. It's a lot of stockinette stitch, but it's a really very flattering sweater. So this is my Moon Drip Swancho, designed by Dragon Horde Yarns, Tristan. And I knit this in, oh goodness, if I can remember. This is a yak blend that Ashley of Twist Fiber Studios was selling, and she's not going to be at SAFF this year, so I'm going to really miss her. The gold is Spotted Circus. She will be there, and the dark gray is Teeny Button Studio, and it's hard to see. There you go. It's actually a moon detail, very subtle moon detail here. So this is what I'll be wearing on Friday when I go to Black Mountain and I check out the Indie Extravaganza at Black Mountain. I'll take you along for that too. A couple pair of jeans, obviously. And then on Saturday, I've got another short sleeve fingering weight sweater. This is the Yama Candy by This Bird Knits. And the yarn for this, I got on vacation in Wilmington, North Carolina a little while ago, a couple years ago, and it's by Nitty Gritty Fibers, and I had never seen her in person, and she's going to be at SAFF this year for the first time, so I'm really excited to show off my sweater to the dyer. And I am going to pack my old favorite, the Quaran jeans, the overalls that I wore for nearly 3 months in the beginning of the great quarantine of 2020. So that's my pairing for Saturday. I'm so excited. And of course, lots and lots of socks. It's going to be almost too warm to wear socks, but the nights will be chilly in Asheville because we're staying in Asheville, North Carolina. So I'm like, my mountain socks that you all saw, hopefully, when I knit them this summer. And my friendship socks. This is yarn that Beth dyed. And then I have some nomadic yarn socks. And I think this is, I cannot remember what these are, but it was my door prize at ZK 2019. And it was funny because I thought, well, these are not my colors. And then I knit them and they're my favorite socks now. So I'm excited to have those packed too. And finally, importantly, you have to pack your knitting. And I'm having a lot of trouble narrowing it down to just a few things, but I've decided to cast on a new pair of socks for the festival because I'll be seeing my friend Rick of Whimsy Stitches. It's been a long time since I've seen Rick out and about, so I cast on a pair of vanilla socks in his yarn. I've just barely gotten started. These will be my walking around the festival and knitting socks. This is Rick's sparkly sock base. Here's his tag. And the yarn is called Eyeball Soup. I think that's turned. Anyway, this is a funny story too, because my friend Hillary, we usually have a door prize thing at our hotel, and we collect prizes from the vendors, and then we do a little door prize thing for people who show up. And she won, no wait, she wanted one of Rick's bags that was the clear in front, and then it had an eyeball fabric in the back, and that was her main thing that she hoped she won, and I won it. And I gave it to her, we traded. And so for Christmas, she got me the eyeball yarn because it was just too funny to pass up. For in the car, I will be taking my gorgeous Gaudi Cardi. And if you haven't heard the story of the Gaudi Cardi, you should look at last real episode. But this is a cardigan that's inspired by the architecture in Barcelona that was designed by Anton Gaudi. And I'm really excited because hopefully I'm going back to Barcelona this summer if all goes well with COVID. This is a steeked sweater. So all I have to do while the editor is driving is just work on this body and the round. I've got about 4 more inches to do of the body and the round. So hopefully I'll finish this up while we're traveling. And in case I need something that's a little bit more thought intensive, but not a whole lot, I brought these socks that Beth is designing. Scrappy socks. They're really pretty. I cast these on to work on at my son's home football games, and then almost all of them have been canceled, so I've only got this much done. So I'll take this to have with me when I'm sitting at the festival. And of course, all that will get packed in my backpack, along with, what have I got in here? My shopping list, some masks, hand sanitizer, and because we're traveling up the mountains, I had to pack some gum. Make sure your kids aren't looking at the camera. I can't flip. I got that in Minnesota this summer. It was too funny. All right. I'll be checking in from the road and telling you how it's going. I'm so excited. Hey y'all, it's day 2 of SAFF. Yesterday I did not work up the courage to record anything. Today I'm hoping to get some footage with some of the vendors and try to get some footage of the outbuildings, maybe even some of the animals, so that there can be something here that you can enjoy and watch, and hopefully you can get some inspiration from some of the colors that we see. It's a very windy day, it's a very hot day. This is not what I'm used to for SAFF. And yeah, I'm gonna go get my shopping on. See you soon.
Anna with Seaside Fiber Arts. I sustainably and naturally dye yarn using organic materials. I do use some metallic salts, which are aluminum sulfate, and that's what really binds the color to the fabric. It's a fantastic process. So I only dye yarn with using tree shavings, bush roots, leaves, flowers, and insects. And the coolest thing about the insects is it puts off two completely different kinds of pink. So all the pink in my booth is from insects. So let's see here. Oh, here we go. Here's a cochineal. Beautiful, beautiful bright pink. And the difference between cochineal color-wise is how this is more of a bubblegum Pepto pink, and then we have lac, which is a little bit more purple pink.
I would have never known that.
It's so cool, isn't it?
Insane.
It's so cool. And we have yarn that's from henna. We have henna yarn. So gorgeous. And then henna, I mean, we just have so many colors. Black walnuts. Black walnuts is a seasonal yarn because you can only get it in the beginning of October and September. It's
The indigo is what caught my eye. That's my color.
indigo, and then the indigo and the yellow. These two colors make it what I call my specialty line, which is called sea glass. Now, sea glass, like I said, is a perfect combination for me between blue and yellow, and we get this large variety of colors. And these are my favorites here, when they got a little mix match action going on. I call these tie dyes. I have a special method that when I dye a color with this base color here, I can take it out and then apply colors in different methods and ways, and so we get this tie-dye action.
Beautiful.
Who's pinging you?
This is tie-dye as well, and so this is really what it looks like, all knitted up. And these socks were done on a circular sock knitting machine. So this would turn out the same way, all of these.
How did you get the purple?
The purple is the combination between indigo and lac. And so you juice it up like that a little bit, and this is actually between indigo and lac also. If you could zoom in, you can see these little pink flecks. You see those?
Gorgeous. Yes.
It's pretty cool. Yeah, that's what's really cool about this. And then the other blue is logwood, and this is a Central and South America. So this is really pretty. So this is purple, obviously, and when it's in the pot, it's yellow. And then when you pull it out of the pot, when you put it out of the pot, it's yellow, and then it oxidizes to purple.
Oh,
so, yeah,
that's fascinating.
It is. It really is. So what other
food is
color
incredible.
does that? There's another color that does that. And that's really cool. I can show you a pH change. This is what's the funnest for me. So we have this. So 1, 2, 3. And then, so this is all sequoia wood. So this color is the true concentrate that I get, at least, of the sequoia. And if you get up a little close, it's kind of, you can see a little bit of different colors within that solid. And then, so we have, this is the color that I get, and then you add citric acid, and you get this reddish, I don't even know what kind of color, reddish orange. Oh, it's just beautiful. Like like a coral. And so after we put this in citric acid, then we have a dye exhaust that's left over. And then overnight, the dye exhaust picks up this color, and then I lay it out and I sprinkle it with lac.
So beautiful.
This
So
one,
much science.
Oh, so much science. This one was this color on the whole, on this whole skein, which is treated with citric acid, which is lemon, which turned it a little bit brighter. So, and that's lac as well. And then it was all dusted. It's such a fun process. My friend Julia helps me. So cool. Hi there. And we just hanged all these last night. So I dyed 300 skeins for this event, and we're still doing it.
I wonder if anyone can guess which colors are going home with me. definitely have color preferences.
Oh, and here's another one. Now, I've never done this before, well, prior, but we have seasonal yarns, and so seasonal yarns is nuts and stuff like that. So we have black walnuts and pecans and such. And so I called out to the Knitting Guild and I asked them, I says, anybody have a black walnut tree? And so somebody says, I got one, I got a black walnut tree. So I said, oh, awesome. Go to her house. She doesn't have black walnuts. And I said, do you know what these big circular nuts are? Have you ever seen them? She's like, yeah, we have them. Isn't that it? And it was real small and kind of football shaped. I was like, that's not it. I said, why do you think you have black walnuts? She says, well, I've seen these big ones, but they're just shrinking every year. And I was like, no. I was like, no, ma'am. So Julie and I were over there futzing with it. We broke it open. It was a pecan.
Oh.
Yeah. So he explained, you know, what was the difference and stuff like that. And Julie and I went over there and just started picking them up. And we got 4 pounds of pecans. And I dye 10 skeins at a time, which is 1,000 grams. And so this is the difference between black walnut and pecan. 1, 2.
My dad has black walnut trees, and when he retired, he rigged up an old dryer to spin the walnuts to get the shells off.
Oh,
Because
I
you
want
would come in
that.
the driveway and then
Yeah.
drive over them. That was
Yeah, that was the thing. My mom had a black walnut tree and it kept dinging at the top of her car. Oh, it ruined the car. So this is the difference. I have pecans somewhere else too, but this is pecan and then this is black walnut. So you can tell this is a little bit more red. Isn't that cool?
that's amazing.
Yeah, it really is. So we dyed, there's a redder one too.
Fall fade. you could get
Fall
with that.
fade, absolutely. And so we did the husks. We did 4 pounds of the pecans in the green husks, simmered them for about 2 or 3 hours, and then let them steep overnight like a tea. And then go the next day, stir it up, kind of do it all over again. So you can really retract that color. And then you sift it all out, and then place the nuts aside. Do it again for that. So you add more water. Huh?
So labor intensive.
Oh, yeah. It really is. Takes approximately 3 days to do 1 dye lot.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, from start to finish. So we dye it, we cure it, you know, wash it, cure it, dry it, all outside.
Wow.
It's really amazing. So it's so much fun. My colors are sea glass, which is 2 primaries, which is blue and yellow, like I said before. The blood orange here. Which is between yellow and red, and then I have orchid as well. And I'm saying this because if you look around, you'll see these different names. So the orchid is between the blue and red, or blue and lac. It just, because orchids, I mean, there's so many different colors. They're mostly blues, but they're also green, pinks and stuff like that. So it's so cool. It's really, really neat. I also do fair trade with Guyana in South America. I go down there and support local artists and Amerindians in the rainforest. And so I usually go to farmers markets and such to get these little items, and these little fans, because it is hot down there, cute little purses, and then the local artists make these baskets. And these baskets are made from palm leaves. They're super, super soft and perfect for yarn. So I should be getting more, hopefully, here pretty soon. Isn't that cute? This is actually one of my favorites. I have a basket at home that I refuse to get rid of. It's like, this is perfect. It's staying on my shelf. Coach Neil. Yep. Okay.
All right. I'll put your contact information in our show notes so people can get in touch with you.
Yeah.
Hi Beth, this is Mary Beth, and I'm Helen, and we're from Toad Hollow, and
We love your stock pattern.
we love it. I mean, especially since, I'm sorry, what's your name? What's your name?
I'm Tracy.
Tracy. Especially since Tracy is making it in standing stones. But look, it matches Helen's sweater perfectly because she's wearing her standing stone sweater. So we can't wait for you to finish this and publish it because we're going to talk about it on our podcast.
Right.
And we really love it. It's so cool.
This is one of my favorite booths, Apothecary's Luxury Fibers. She has the best color sense. I have bought very little fiber since Moon River stopped doing her fiber clubs, but if I'm going to buy fiber, it's always from Apothecary. That. Say hello.
Hey, it's Greg. I'm Knitting Daddy, and I'm here at SAFF having a great time. Good to see you.
Okay.
Hey, it's Erin with Rock and String Creations, and I'm here at SAFF, and I'm so glad to be here. I'd like to show you a couple new colorways. The samples aren't quite done for those yet, but I'm working on them. See, this is my new Raspberry Truffle colorway, and I've got 4 of the 5 stripes done. This will be a kind of a dark maroon, and then I've got a couple popular ones here are the Don't Trash My Rainbow, and you can see the sample of it up here. I try to have samples of just about all of my yarns. And Miss Ruby is my booth babe today, and she is working on a scarf made with manuscript, which is another new colorway, which is right here. And this is a sample of it knit up. Some Halloween vibes we've got going on is Monster Mash. Got some Zombies Walk at Midnight, along with some lovely fall colors. And yeah, so come on out and say hi and get some stripes.
Hi, hope everyone's doing well. Welcome to SAFF here in Asheville, North Carolina. I'm Rick with Whimsy Stitches Designs out of New Orleans, and I hope you like what you see here.
Are you having a good show?
I'm having a wonderful show.
Yay!
It's great to be back at Fiber Festivals.
Rick has left me in charge of his booth, and I'm the world's worst shopkeeper. I think this is the 3rd time in the past few years he's left me in charge. I've never sold a damn thing. Sorry, Rick.